So you heard Idaho Falls is an affordable place to live, but what does it actually cost to live here? Not just the mortgage payment or your rental payment, but what about utilities, groceries, gas? What about entertainment? In this video, we're going to talk about all of those things so that you can get a full view of what it really looks like to live in Idaho Falls, Idaho. You ready? Let's get started. What's up, guys? My name is Annika Wilder. I'm a local realtor here in the eastern Idaho area. If you're new to my channel and you want to know all there is to know about life in Idaho Falls and the surrounding areas, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know about all things life in Idaho Falls. And if you're thinking about moving to Idaho Falls or the surrounding areas, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me email. I'll be happy to help. So, cost of living. Let's start with number one, of course, because I'm a realtor, rentals and mortgages. How much is the average price out here in Idaho Falls? Right now, the average home price is sitting around that $400,000 mark. Here are two average homes. This one on Leesburg, a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, 2,500 square feet, listed at $380,000, so just below that average price point. The taxes are only $1,676. Here's another house on Victorian. It is listed at $399,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, a 2,300 square foot house, and taxes are $1,735. Taxes could be anywhere from $1,500 all the way up to $3,000, sometimes up to $5,000. It really depends on the location, the size of the lot, the age, all the things. But what I've noticed is that people moving here from out of state see that property taxes are significantly lower than other states, especially those in New York, Texas, where it's $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 a year in property taxes. Now, I know that some places don't have income tax and you got to pay for it somewhere. But something that you might not know is that Idaho, it has a home exemption. So those prices that we're seeing on the MLS of that $1,600, $1,700, even up to the $3,000 on some homes for that yearly amount for taxes, that is calculating an exemption of up to $120,000 a year. So if you're moving to Idaho Falls and you plan on making this your primary residence, make sure you file a homeowner's exemption, because that is what's going to keep those property taxes lower. If we don't file an exemption, like maybe this is a second home for you and it doesn't qualify for the primary residence home exemption, then those taxes that I showed you, that $1,600, $1,700 a year price, would actually be a little bit higher. Don't worry, we help you with that at the day of closing to make sure we get it all sorted out. If you're looking to rent, rents right now, and I'm gonna hop on Facebook Marketplace because that's my go-to place to find rentals from property management companies and owners that are renting out privately. So as you can tell with Facebook Marketplace, rent is anywhere from $1,500 a month to $2,000 a month, and every once in a while you'll find something at $900 or $1,000 a month. It just depends on what you're looking for, what you need, how big of a space you need, but there are options. In some cases, you could really luck out, get rent from a private property owner, and actually pay less monthly for your rent than you could for a mortgage because of current interest rates and homes of prices. However, you're paying a mortgage anyway, it's just not yours. So of course I'm biased, I'm always going to say the best bang for your buck is buying a home that is yours. You're not restricted on how you can paint it, take care of it, what you can plant, etc. It is your home and you're building equity every single year. And right now, Idaho Falls is appreciating about 4% every year on average. Obviously, we hit a high in about 2021, 2022, where price of homes were skyrocketed, and now they've kind of slowly come down a little bit and leveling out and are moving back into a normal rhythm of appreciation, if that makes sense. Okay, we talked about home prices, rental prices, property taxes. I do want to mention before we move on to our next topic about HOAs. A lot of people call me and they say, Annika, I do not want a house with an HOA. Do everything you can to get me a house without an HOA. I totally get it. You don't want to be told what to do with how high your fence can be, or how many vehicles you have, or whether or not you can have a trailer, or what color your roof is. I totally get it. If you're coming from out of state, the HOAs out of state are absolutely absurd compared to Idaho. So I wouldn't rule them out completely. If you are wanting to live in a nice, well-maintained neighborhood where there isn't junky cars hanging around or broken fences, and you actually like when people take care of their residents, living in a neighborhood with an HOA can be really nice, and they're actually very minimal and don't require a lot. These prices could range from $100 a year to the higher end I've seen around $400 or $500 a year, and those are in the much higher price points where they really are strict on the HOA in regards to how tall your fence can be, what color your shop can be, it has to match the house, etc. But there are a lot of places that don't require HOAs, and there are some in Idaho Falls that don't even have CC&Rs. But I didn't want you to rule out HOAs completely, because they really aren't as bad as the ones that I've heard in other states. With that said, if you're looking at townhomes, make sure you double check that HOA amount, because when you're looking at a single family neighborhood, it might be $100, $200 a year for your HOA, whereas a townhome community might be $150 a month, because they do your snow removal, your landscaping, they do everything for you. Sometimes they also maintain the outside of your building, including the roof and things like that. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out and I'll help you out. Whew, okay, that was a lot. Number 2, utilities. Utilities in Idaho Falls are actually less than the national average. I read somewhere that it's like 14% less than the national average. I don't know how much I could trust that source, but I have noticed that people coming in say that their utilities here are crazy lower than places that they moved from. So I'm going to show you my utility bills, and then I'm going to also show you what people said on the local Facebook group about how much they are paying for utilities. So here are a couple of my bills. In Idaho Falls, things are lumped together. So my Idaho Falls bill includes water, garbage, electricity, and sewer. And then the gas bill is my only other bill because I live in the city of Idaho Falls. And the nice thing about Idaho Falls water is everybody pays the same amount. And I don't know exactly what that amount is, but it is not metered like it is in Ammon. I usually don't ever pay more than $300 a month. My bill just passed that 300 mark because I did get an electric vehicle, and so my electricity bill did go up a little bit. But almost always, on average, I'm spending about $250 a month on my little 2,000 square foot house. Now let me show you what's going on in the community. And something that I've noticed is it really depends on the age of your home and how well insulated your home is. Because there are some people, and I'll show you, there are some people that are paying over $300 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, and then there are others that are living in a 3,500 square foot house and paying less than $200 a month. Now, of course, there's also that lucky winner who bought a house where the solar panels were paid off and they have virtually no bills. They're on a well, they have a propane tank that they rent. I mean, that costs some money, but they have their electricity taken care of, and they could live in a 5,000 square foot house and maybe pay $50 a month in utilities. So it really depends on where you're living, how well it's insulated. So anytime you're looking at where you're going to live, whether you're renting or buying, make sure you ask for a copy of the last tenant's or last owner's utility bills so that you can budget accordingly. Number 3, groceries. Now, we all gotta eat, right? And so it depends on where you live and what type of lifestyle you have. I personally like to try to eat organically. I'm not perfect at it, but we shop a lot at Costco and Natural Grocers. And for my family of 4, we spend kind of a lot on groceries because we're not just buying regular groceries, we're buying organic, we're buying supplements, we're buying gluten-free products, which are expensive. And so for our little family of 4, we could easily spend $1,000 a month on groceries. However, I'm going to show you, not just tell you, and walk you through one of the grocery stores that's just down my street when I need to do a quick grocery run and don't need to go buy everything in bulk from Costco. I wanted to give you a little a little tour because I do a lot of the cute things in town, but I haven't really showed you this part of town. So I am driving on 17th East headed west from my gym. I just had worked out, and so I'm just a few minutes away from my gym on my way home, headed west. And as you can tell, there's lots of commercial space, commercial businesses, there's grocery stores, there's restaurants, fast food restaurants, there's natural grocers. And then coming up here, and we'll pass Sam's Club. Sam's Club is on 17th East too. A lot of people ask if we have Sam's Club, if we have Walmart, Target, Kohl's, Costco. We have all the things. Anyway, here we are at the Albertsons. The first thing I wanted to check out was I love to get berries. I think Albertsons has the best berries, and I shopped every single grocery store in my area. Albertsons has the best organic berries. For organic strawberries, it's $6.99. For organic blueberries, it's $4.99. As you can tell, these are really great products, and it's off season, so it is a little bit higher. I've seen these prices come all the way down to $2.99 for strawberries during the summertime. Next, apples. Apples in Albertsons are only $1.99 a pound. It could go up to $2.49 a pound depending on what kind of apples you get. Now let's check out the bread. Again, it depends on what kind of bread you get. I'm just going to show you a little bit of different brands. This brand is only $2.99 for the loaf of bread, whereas if you like Dave's Killer Bread like I do, it is $6.99 for a loaf. Or up here, there's sourdough, and sourdough is $5.79 for the loaf. Next, I'm going to show you how much a maple bar is, because when you need a treat, you need a treat. Now, I've tried the Maverick maple bars, and they're also very good. Brolim's is also very good. But my husband, he's a true maple bar fan. He believes the best maple bars in town are at this Albertsons, and they are only 99 cents. Next, let's go check out the meat. For some chicken breasts, again, it depends on the brand, but I'm seeing anywhere from $7 to $10 a pound. For a pound of beef, it's about $6.99. And then if we go over to eggs, man, aren't eggs a hot topic right now? Eggs could be anywhere from $2.49 to $10 a dozen. It depends on where you get it, depends on what's going on in the world. I swear eggs fluctuate more than anything right now. But here at Albertsons, for the average cost of eggs, it's $5.99 up to about $9 if you want the fancy free-range, cage-free type of eggs. Yogurt is $1.49 to $2 for a little container of yogurt. And let's go check out the milk. Now, I'm not a good judgment on milk at all. I don't drink cow's milk, but in Albertsons, for a gallon of milk, it is $4.99, which I know that has gone up because I'm pretty sure I grew up and it was only 99 cents a gallon. So obviously inflation has affected Idaho Falls as well. If you're an almond milk drinker like me, it's on sale right now for 2 for $7 or $3.50 per container. Last but not least, just to show you one of the small things you can get, gum can be anywhere from $1.99 to $2.99. I've heard that groceries are not that much different here depending on which state you're moving from. If you have a Fred Meyer or a King Super or a Smith's where you're coming from, we have a Fred Meyer here. They're all the same thing and the prices are pretty comparable. We also have a Walmart and, like I said, Costco and Sam's Club where you can find sales and deals all year round. Number 4, transportation. Now, Idaho Falls doesn't actually have a great public transportation system out here. We do have something called Gift, and those rides are anywhere from $4 to $10, depending on what you need, if it's spontaneous or if it's planned out, or depending on where you're going or doing. Those rides can be $4 to $10. If you are driving yourself, which most people do, gas prices vary, of course. I took a little video here of the Maverick gas station where it was only $2.87 a gallon. Now, I recorded this a couple weeks ago, so now that price has gone up just a little bit. I did just call Costco because that's usually where I get gas. It's usually the best price, and they said it was $2.89 per gallon right now. With that said, if you shop at Fred Meyer and you have a fresh value card, you could get up to $1 off per gallon. So their price might be, on average out here, it's about $3 a gallon. But if you're shopping at Fred Meyer all the time, you could get a whole dollar off and get $2 a gallon for gas out here, which is even better than Costco and Sam's Club. Number 5, last but not least, Let's talk entertainment. Now, there is a lot of things to do out here, and a lot of the things that people move here for are actually free. So hiking, going for walks, fishing, camping, a lot are free in this area or for very, very little cost. But if you're looking for something like a movie theater or skiing or a hockey game or baseball game, I'll talk about those prices now. Now, we have 2 movie theaters in town. Well, we actually have 2 real movie theaters, and then we also have a drive-in movie theater. But the fancy Regal movie theater is about $16.99. I know, it's crazy. It used to be like $8 back in the day, but it is $16.99 now for the evening, $13.99 for a matinee. We do have a discount theater called the Royal Theater, and those prices vary too. You could get a matinee for as little as around $4, and for an evening movie, it's around $7.50. If you're into sporting events, we do have a local hockey team called the Spud Kings, and those tickets could be anywhere from $59 to $69, or even less if you get a season pass like usual. We also have a baseball team, which that season's going to be coming up in a few months, and you could get a season pass for only $400 and see the entire season, every single game. If you just come for one game, it's around $12 for one seat, but if you bring a group, that number could go down depending on your size. So again, the more you buy, the cheaper per person it is. Same thing with Kelly Canyon. If you're looking to ski or snowboard in Kelly Canyon, lift prices could be $44 up to $89. I heard somebody say $107 recently, but if you get a season pass, it could be $1,000 for unlimited access to Kelly Canyon, plus some other perks like having passes to the Gateway Parks where you can tube down the hill. Or you could get a family pack that's for a family of 4 for $2,000 for the entire season. Now, that's a lot of money if you think about it right now. $2,000 is a big chunk, but if you price it out, it's actually a lot less per ski lift than if you were to just go individually. There's a lot of other fun things to do that are affordable that are in other bigger towns. We have bowling, axe throwing, rock climbing, escape rooms. We've got bars and pubs with live music. We've got free music in the summer and in the winter. We've got a inside pickleball court where you can be on leagues or just have a membership. We've got an athletic club. There's a lot of different things that you can do here, even though we're just a small town here of about 60,000 people. Idaho Falls has a lot to offer. Now, I know that was a lot, so thanks for watching all the way until the end. I hope that this made sense. I hope it was helpful and that you're able to see that Idaho Falls can still be an affordable place to live. Is it the most affordable place to live? No, it's not. There are places that are cheaper in regards to housing, groceries, gas, recreation, entertainment, all of it. But Idaho Falls still remains lower than the national average in regards to the cost of living. Again, my name is Annika Wilder. I am a realtor here in the Idaho Falls area. I also serve the surrounding areas. So if you're looking to move here from whether you're thinking about Pocatello all the way up to St. Anthony or somewhere in between or the surrounding areas, I would love to chat and make your move smooth. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.